Hello guys, so we are back again, and in this session we are going to continue with the successive differentiation. And in the last session we were on the finding the nth derivative of the rational expression and logarithmic functions. So we have done 6 questions, and now this is the 7th questions, and we are going to do some more questions, 3 questions. But before starting with the session, hope you have subscribed our channel so that we can bring more engineering content for you guys, and you can score a better marks in your engineering examination. With this said, now let's begin with our lectures. So the 3 questions which we are going to solve in this session are as follow. Right now, the first question is, let me read the question. The question is x square plus 4x plus 1 the whole upon x cube plus 2x square minus x plus 2. So let me write the question on the next page and then we will solve. Okay, so let me write the question. So the question which we are going to take is y equal to, what is the question, x square plus 4x plus 1 the whole upon what is this stuff, x cube plus 2x square minus x minus 2. So first you have to ask yourself question. What question? Is this a proper rational expression or not? First you should ask yourself, what is the condition for proper rational expression? Degree of numerator is what? Less than degree of denominator. Okay, so here you can see degree of numerator is what? 2, and while degree of denominator is what? 3. So it is a proper rational expression. Now we make out whether it is a proper rational expression. Now our job is what? Resolve y into partial fractions. But before resolving y into partial fractions, we need to break the denominator into x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3, like this format, because since the degree is 3, so 3 roots will be there. Now let's try to get them in simplified way which we want. So it was what? X square plus 4x plus 1 the whole upon in x cube, which is x cube plus 2x square minus 2x minus, okay, minus 2x, sorry, minus x minus 2, minus x minus x minus 2, minus x minus 2, right? What we can do, we can take here x square common from this stuff and take minus 1 common from this stuff and see, because in this type of questions the probability is very high to get equations simplified in the present form only. We don't need to do any other like making perfect square and all that stuff, although that happens in quadratic only. So here they will give you equation such a way that it will always be simplifiable. it will always be simplifiable. So here we take here, so you can clearly see we can break this up further. So if we break this up further, and here I am getting x square minus 1 x plus 2, which will further simplify into x minus 1 x plus 1 into x plus 2. So we are getting 3. So we have simplified y. Now resolving y into partial fractions. So if I resolve, what I am going to get, let y equal to, y was what finally, x square plus 4x plus 1 the whole upon, it was x minus 1 x plus 1 and lastly x plus 2, which we will write as a upon x minus 1 b upon x plus 1 and c upon x plus 2, right?
Hello.
multiply
नहीं डाउनलोड नहीं है. हाँ सॉरी
तेरे सॉरी का ना. So multiplying, so after multiplying what we can do, multiplying throughout by x minus 1 x plus 1 and x plus 2. What we are going to get, we are going to get y equals to a x plus 1 x plus 2 b equals to x minus 1 x plus 2 c equals to x minus 1 x plus 1. Put x equals to 1, what we are going to get, this will become a into 2 and into 3, this will become 0, this will become 0. In the next step what we can do, y equals to 6a, oh sorry, y will be what, x square plus 4x plus 1, here we have 6a and here it will be x square plus 4x plus 1 equal to 6a. We will put here x equals to 1, then it will become 1 plus 4 plus 1 means 6 only, 6a, therefore a equals to 1. Put x equals to minus 1. So what we are going to get, if I put x equals to minus 1, if I put x equals to minus 1, my this term will become 0 and this term will remain while this term will also become 0. So I will be left with finally b minus 2 1 and here 0 plus 0 and here it will be minus 1, this will become 1 minus 4 plus 1, which will end up giving me minus 2 equals to minus 2b, therefore b equals to 1. Call this one as, okay, we got a b value. Now we have to put x equals to 0 or x equals to minus 2, so it's better to go with 0. Put x equals to 0. If I put x equals to 0, what I am going to get, 1 here straightforwardly, and here a will be what, 1 into 2, b will be what, minus 1 into 2, right? minus 1 into 2, and lastly c will be minus c. C will be nothing but minus c. We have a and b value as 1, so let's substitute them. So if I substitute a and b value, what I am going to get? I am going to get something which is nothing but we are going to get, if I substitute, I am going to get a 2, b is 1, so minus 2 here also, and minus c equals to 1, therefore c equals to minus 1. So we got a, b and c value. Now we can substitute and get our y. So our y will be nothing but 1 upon, what was a? What was a? Just check it out. A was x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1. B was 1 upon x plus 1, and c was nothing but minus 1 upon x plus 2. So we got all of them. Now differentiate y with respect to x n times. So if I differentiate this thing, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get yn equals to what? Minus 1 power n into b m plus n minus 1, which is nothing but 1 plus n minus 1. And further on, what we can get? A minus 1 factorial into a is 1 here upon n, the whole upon m minus 1. So 1 minus 1 factorial into this thing into m plus n, which is 1 plus n. Further, here we have minus 1 power n into 1 plus n minus 1 factorial into minus 1 power 1 power n, the whole upon 1 minus 1 factorial into x plus 1, the whole power 1 plus n. Further on, we have here plus minus 1 power n, we have 1 plus n minus 1 factorial into a power, which is 1 power n, the whole upon into m minus 1. So here 1 minus 1 factorial into x plus 2, the whole power 1 plus n. So after this, if you simplify, you will get the answer. Okay, so if you simplify after this, you will get the answer. Now let's move on to the next question, which is given as if y equals to 8x the whole upon x cube minus 2x square minus 4x plus 8. Now here, since cubic equation is given, and you can directly make out that it is a rational expression, which is proper rational expression, so we have to express x cube minus 2x square minus 4x plus 8 in the format of x minus x1 into x minus x2 into x minus x3, which you can see they have indirectly given us in such a format that it would be expressible in x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3 way. So let's simplify and try to get the answer. So the question which is given is as follow: y equal to 8x the whole upon x cube minus 2x square minus 4x plus 8, which if we simplify, we will get, this was question, okay, I'm simplifying here. So if I simplify, I can write it as x square into x minus 2 minus 4 x minus 2. So it will be nothing but 8x the whole upon x square minus 4 into x minus 2, which will further be written as 8x the whole upon x minus 2, x plus 2 and x minus 2 and again. So what we will do nothing but we will square them. This one will become square, so that is x minus 2 square. After this, resolving, this is what my y, resolving y into partial fractions. If I try to resolve y into partial fractions, what I am getting here is y equals to a upon x plus 2, b upon x minus 2 and c upon x minus 2 the whole square, right? So after this, what we can do, put x equals to, sorry, what we can do, we can cross multiply third by 2. Let me change the pen. So if I cross multiply throughout, by x plus 2 into x minus 2 the whole square. So finally we will left with 8x equals to a into x minus 2 the whole square, b into x plus 2 into x minus 2 and c into x plus 2. Put x equals to 2. The moment you put this will become 16, this a will become 0, b will become 0, c will be 4c, so c equals to 4. Put x equals to minus 2, therefore minus 16 minus 2, this will become, this a will become what, this a will become what, 4, which will be minus 4, which will be 16a, rest 2 will be 0, so you are getting a equals to minus 1 and c equals to 4, a equals to minus 1. Now lastly, what you can do, put x equals to 0. The moment you put 0, this will be 0 equal to 4a, this will be equal to minus 4b plus 2c. Put a and b value, you can see here minus 4, here it will be 8c, 4 into 2, 8 minus 4b the whole upon 0. So this is nothing but plus 4, which will go there and become minus 4 equals to minus 4b, therefore b equals to 1. We got a equals to minus 1, c equals to 4. So can we express y? Yes, we can properly express y now. Y will be nothing but minus 1 upon x plus 2 plus 1 upon x minus 2, and lastly c upon which is nothing but 4. So 4 upon x minus 2 the whole square. So what we can do is finally we can do is differentiate y with respect to x n times. The moment we differentiate, we will get yn equals to minus 1 power n into 1 plus n minus 1 factorial into 1 power n the whole upon 1 minus 1 factorial into x plus 2 the whole power 1 plus n. minus 1 power n into 1 plus n minus 1 factorial into 1 power n the whole upon 1 minus 1 factorial into x minus 2 the whole power 1 plus n, and lastly is 4 into minus 1 power n into 2 plus n minus 1 factorial into 1 power n, 2 minus 1 factorial into x minus 2 the whole upon 2 plus n. So after this you can get the answer by simplifying. Okay, now let's move on to the next question, which is given as follow. Let me take the page. So the question is y equals to x cube the whole upon x minus 1 into x plus 2. So how we will solve this? Now here you can clearly see it is not a proper rational expression, because degree of the numerator is equal to degree of the denominator, because if we will multiply these two, okay, so what we will get here is a quadratic. So when a quadratic appears here, we will get a quadratic. So if a quadratic appears here if the quadratic appears, so what we can do, we have to make it proper rational expression. And when I was teaching you proper rational expression, I told you we will divide, long chain division we will apply and then simplify. So let's see what is the process actually. So let me write the question. Y equals to what it was. Question is x square the whole upon, in the format of x square x minus 1 x plus 2. If we simplify, if I multiply, what I am getting, x square the whole upon, finally we have x square plus x minus 2. If we divide x square with, if we divide x square plus x if we divide x square by this, okay, if I divide this by this, what I am going to get, by x square plus 2, x minus 2. First I will multiply it by 1, so what I am getting, x square plus x minus 2 negative plus the whole upon, this will cancel out and this will be left, minus x plus 2. After this, can we proceed? No. Why? Because x square term cannot be converted into x. So we will stop here and we will express numerator in the format of dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So x square can be written as dividend into divisor. Divisor was what? X square plus x minus 2 into quotient was what? In the top it was 1. So that is what quotient. So quotient is 1 plus remainder. Remainder is nothing but minus x plus 2. So the y thing which we can convert and write as x square plus x minus 2 plus minus x plus 2 the whole upon. The whole upon we can write it as x minus 1 into x plus 2. If we simplify it, we are getting what? This is nothing but this quadratic, so it will get cancelled out and we will be left with finally minus x plus 2 upon x minus 1 into x plus 2. So this is our final answer of simplification. Now this is what? A proper rational expression. A proper rational expression. Now what we can do? Resolve. Now resolve what? Here we are going to resolve this thing, not y. We are going to resolve x minus 2 upon 2 the whole upon x minus 1 into x plus 2 into its partial fraction, into its partial fraction. So if we do that, what we are getting? Y equals to a upon minus x plus 2 the whole upon x minus 1 x plus 2 can be expressed as a upon x minus 1 b upon x plus 2. After this, multiply throughout by x minus 1 into x plus 2. So if we do that, what we are getting? We are getting something like this: y equals to a into x plus 2 and plus b into x minus 1. Put x equals to 1. We are getting here, this y is nothing but minus x plus 2. Okay, keep that in mind. So if I put 1, it will be nothing but 1 minus 1 plus 2 is nothing but 1. This will become 3a, therefore a equals to 1 by 3. Put x equals to minus 2, we will get 0 equals to 4. If I put minus 2, this will become plus and we will be left with 4. So that is the intention. Let me change the pen color and again black tone. So we are getting finally as answer as a equals to this is 4 equals to, if I put here minus 2, this will become minus 3b, therefore b is nothing but 4 by minus 4 by 3. So we got our a and b answer. Now we can express y properly in terms of a and b, which is 1 by 3 x minus 1 and b is nothing but minus 4 by 3 into x plus 2. Okay, now partially differentiate y, partially differentiate y with respect to x n times. So what we are going to get? yn equals to nothing but 1 by 3 minus 1 power n into 1 plus n minus 1 factorial into 1 power n the whole upon 1 minus 1 factorial into x minus 1 the whole power 1 plus n. Here we will have minus 4 by 3. Okay, yn, and if you remember there was 1 also, that will become 0. Okay, minus 4 by 3 minus 1 power n into 1 plus n minus 1 the whole upon factorial into 1 power n the whole upon, we are going to get minus 1 power 1 minus 1. Here it was what, m minus 1, here it should be m minus 1, so this will be erased and we will just simplify this. So it will be nothing but 1 minus 1 factorial into x plus 2 factorial 1 plus n. If you simplify this, you will get your final answer. So in this session we are done with these 3 problems. Hope you have understood each and every step. I tried to explain it in the best possible way I can. And in the next session we are going to see some more problems. So approximately 2 more sessions will take to end this section of successive differentiation. Hope you are enjoying studying with us. Do share it with your friends. Thank you.